I hate videos. Now, you may be wondering, if I hate videos, what the heck am I doing here? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to wherever you are in the world today. Thank you for joining us live for Season 1, Episode 16 of The Power of Networking. I can hardly believe that I've been live 15 times already. It's pretty crazy, but I'm happy to be here. And if you've watched my intro video, you would have seen a word that is very unfamiliar to the Western world. It is Ubuntu. And Ubuntu is something that is very near and dear to my heart. It is a concept, a pillar really of my very existence. So, hello, my name is Inger, and I am the CEO and founder of We Got This Admin. I'm an executive administrative consultant and LinkedIn and business coach. So, what I do is I help business owners and executives overcome the overwhelm by taking care of their administrative needs. I also coach people on how to use LinkedIn as a platform to grow their network and engage with others. And I coach frustrated administrative professionals to ditch the corporate world and join me at my table that I've built. So thank you to everyone watching. I know that it's Friday and we're winding down, so there may not be many viewers, but that's okay. I am here to speak with you and also to introduce you to one of my friends. Scott is an amazing person and a great connection to have. And I'd love to bring him up. But quickly, if you are watching this live, please drop us a comment and let us know. Let us know where you're tuning in from and if you have any questions for us. But without further ado, please allow me to introduce Scott to you.
I can't.
Hello.
Hello, Inga. I can't think of a better title to be introduced as than friend.
Yes, absolutely. Friend is one of my favorite things
Yeah.
and things to be called, right? Because it just speaks about so much about
Mhm.
connection, and not just connection on a superficial level, but on a deeper level. So welcome, Scott, and thank you for being here.
Boy, what a pleasure just to hang out with you. And then I'm just looking at the comments go by, and it's like, wow, our friends are here. Uh, it's early in the morning on the West Coast here in Oregon. I've got my cup, like repping the
Oh,
experience. There's
yes.
there's our friend Russ. And I tell you, what a great cap to the weekend. I've been looking forward to being able to hang out with you, Inga.
Thank you. Me too. I couldn't I've been thinking about when to slot you in, and I was hoping for Alan as well, but
Hmm.
unfortunately he's unable to be here with us today. And that's okay. I will figure out another time to have him on my show, but I'm just excited to showcase you and highlight you. So can you please let our viewers know who D. Scott Smith is and what you do, please?
Sure. Yeah, it's always a challenge to say, what is it that I do? But I do love the title motivational listener. And I'll just say that goes back to a commitment that I made back in 2012. And what I found was and this is based on the neuroscience of how we learn, how we remember,
Mhm.
is that when you become an expert at whatever it literally becomes hardwired into your brain, and you forget what it took to learn that information, how to build websites or whatever it is that you do.
Mhm.
And what happens is you forget how remarkable that information is. And so back in 2012, I made a commitment that said, I am going to remind people how
Mhm.
remarkable they are and
Mm.
to point out what these skills are, but really how they make other people's lives better because
Mm.
they implement those.
Yes, and we all have value to bring, right? We all
Mhm.
do.
Yeah.
So, actually, before we continue, let's go to our comments and just say hi to our friends. Once again, if you're watching live, please drop us a comment and let us know where you're tuning in from. We'd love to just hear more from you. So,
Mhm.
thank you to everyone that's here. I just want to change my background so that it's conducive to comments. Okay, so greetings from South Africa. Oh my gosh, all you stellarific souls. Greetings, Nasreen. Scott, actually, have you met Nasreen?
I think we have met a little bit, and what's really fun is I'm just been connected up with a group, another networking group that is based in South Africa,
Oh,
and so I was on the line yesterday with them,
oh,
and
awesome.
I'm really excited about that opportunity. So so I have uh, new South African connections, and I'm really excited.
Awesome. Please introduce me to them. I would
Oh my
love to
gosh.
meet them too.
Yeah, and, a friend, Vicky Taylor, she's from the UK, and she was down there for her sister's wedding, and,
Ah,
oh my gosh, the Instagram photos that she has placed, definitely a beautiful country, and I have to go.
yes, you really do.
Yeah,
Um, Nasreen is actually, she's from Durban, so from the East Coast.
okay,
Um,
yeah,
but yeah, she's an amazing connection to have as well. So I'd actually, Nasreen, Scott hosts a networking group, and it's the third Friday of every month. And not just Nasreen, everybody that's watching.
mm,
If you are interested in connecting with others, please come and join us. We have we're meeting next week Friday. So and let me know. Like I'll send you the link, and I will be sharing it later on. So please come and join us. We'd love to have you.
and I see Maria wants to know what the D stands for in, D. Scott Smith, so I often say it's debonair, but it's actually Dennis.
Dennis.
Dennis, yeah. So that's my legal name, and I can always tell when people find my name on official documents because they say, "Wow, it's been really nice getting to know you personally, Dennis." Yes, it's been a very personal experience. Yeah, thank you very much.
Awesome. Hello to my brother from another mother, Usama.
Hmm.
He's an awesome connection as well. And Usama, please come and join us next week Friday. We'd love to have you.
Oh, and Osama was on the experience with us this week, and
Yes.
what a great time just get to hang out with him and tremendous amount of energy and positive influence.
Uh, yes, he's awesome. And this is Aya Fikri. She's tuning in from Egypt. I believe, have you met her before?
Yeah, so she was on the experience, and that's where I
Yes.
learned about postivity.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So, hey,
Mhm.
Aya, thank you for tuning in. And let's look what she says. I love videos. I don't, but it's okay. There's some awesome comments coming in and some networking that I love to see. I
Mhm.
love to see that in the comments. So, if you see some people in the comments that you're not connected to, please do so because you are all my people, and I'm excited for you all to know one another. Um,
Nasreen, this is Dennis the Menace. I'll take that. I'll take it.
You see, some wonderful. He says, "We got your back. I got your backs, brother. Thank
Mm.
you." Yes. D. Scott is in his house, like
Woo-hoo.
Nasreen will say. And this is my niece Raven, from South Africa. She's tuning in. She's 13 years old, and she
Hello,
helps me with my
Raven.
videos. Raven helps me with my videos. I'm sure you've heard me say this a few times, and she doesn't like me to tell people, but she helps me with my videos.
Nice.
And I'm just very proud of her because she's so young and she's doing well in that industry. So it's awesome to see.
Already making a worldwide impact at
Yes,
13. That's beautiful.
right. Yes, and Usama is addressing you, so I'll
Oh,
give that
yeah.
over to you.
Oh, Zama, what a fabulous day. Look, we get to hang out with beautiful people
Yes,
and just enhance everyone's life, right? It's just a fabulous day. And,
it,
on a
it
day like this, I love to think about, people ask you, how's it going? I said, well, um, the things that are important are good and the things that are not good are not important.
yes. Wow, I love that. Thank you, thank you. Maria says good morning, and yes, Usama says Russ Hedge is indeed a living legend. I
That's right.
truly love the brother. Yes, he is. I was privileged to be on a call with him yesterday. He was teaching us about how to monetize your live stream. So if anyone
Mhm.
is interested in that, please reach out to Russ and do get his book,
There you
Befuddled,
go. Look at
Live
that.
the Life You Choose.
You have to do the
Yes. Oh gosh. And IS is our amazing friend D. Scott Smith, motivational listener. Yes.
uh, she's great. And Elizabeth says hi.
Good morning to you,
We're
Russ
good.
Page. Thank you for being here. Nasreen in the Hizzle, she says. She says Hizzle, his house,
In the
Nasreen is
hizzle.
too cool for school. Maria says it's early. Thank you for
Yeah.
being here, Maria. I
Yeah.
know it is early.
And
And
Chris Solomons is coming in from East London
yes, that's my
in the
dad.
Eastern Cape in South Africa.
That's
Your
my
father?
dad. And yes, it's his birthday
Oh,
today. He
oh,
turned
happy birthday.
71 years young today. So happy birthday, Dad.
What age?
71.
71. Oh,
Yes.
congratulations. Chris, it's great. That's what a happy day. And my gift to you is that I will not sing happy birthday.
Oh my gosh. Good morning, Elizabeth. As I take a sip out of my kindness mug,
Mm, beautiful.
if anyone is interested in getting some kindness here, please, you can either reach out to Elizabeth or drop in at kindnessinspired.org. Right now, she's actually, for the next 3 weeks, she still is having a sale that is 25% off. So take advantage
Woo.
and enjoy that sale because I've got my gear. I bought this. I bought different things. So I'm all stocked up.
It's the
Um,
perfect Christmas gift.
yes, it is. And Russ says we are both amazing.
Ah,
Russ, you are amazing. Aya says you. That's your
yeah.
word.
Come on, Russ. Takes one to know one.
Yes, yes. I loved I love hearing how, you and Russ, you went to school together, to the same school, but you didn't know each other before, you know.
Yep,
Um,
exactly. Yeah, we walked the same day even, and so
wow.
it's crazy.
Well, you God knew that you needed to meet, right? It's crazy.
Yep. And I see
And
Gail is here too.
yes, I'm gonna
Martha.
sorry, I'm just trying to acknowledge everyone's comments and
Yeah,
look at all these
1,000
wonderful
thanks,
people.
Maria.
Yes, 1,000 thanks for being here, D. Scott.
Mhm.
I'm so happy that you're here. And yes, we got to the comment where Maria says, "What's the D stands for? What
That's
does the
right.
D stand?" Yes. Some good I love to see everybody that's commenting, but I'm gonna skip over and look at the more unique ones. So here's my dad tuning in. Happy birthday again, Dad. Be blessed.
That's so wonderful.
Dennis the Menace, yes.
There we go.
Maria says she's just being curious, not wanting to put a spotlight on you. Oh gosh. Elizabeth says, Ingrid, don't forget to let us know about your LinkedIn bootcamp.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, since you say that, Liz, I'll tell you. My LinkedIn bootcamp starts next week, Monday. It is for a week, and every day from 12 to 1:30 Eastern Standard Time. It's for beginners, for people that are LinkedIn beginners. And if you are interested to join, reach out to me. I have a friends code that you can get a deep discount to attend. And yeah, the the main thing for me is that I want people to see the value of LinkedIn. Most people have no idea, but there are over 770 million users on LinkedIn. And 4 out of 5 of the users that use LinkedIn are decision makers in companies. So those people are the ones that can decide whether they want to work with you or not. So if you have a business, it is so important to be on LinkedIn and, connect with people, add value, and then you can work together. So reach out to me if you're interested to hear about my LinkedIn Business Bootcamp. It's for beginners, my LinkedIn Beginners Bootcamp. I'll just show you quickly. Here we go.
And as people scroll through their LinkedIn feed, you're going to see a lot fewer pictures of people's food.
Yes, that's so funny. Yes, we will see a lot fewer pictures of people's food. Um, and then I just see I want to highlight some unique visitors. So Russ, Maria, Elizabeth, Nasreen. I see Alden is here. So Alden says, well
Hey,
done.
Alden.
And he's tuning in from Facebook, and that's why my name is Inga Joy Van Roy on there, because
Ah,
Joy is my middle name. And a little
of
while
course
ago,
it is. Of course it is.
right? Yes, there are no accidents. There's a reason, yes. So yeah, that's my middle name. So Martin Kabuta, thank you for tuning in. Martin is tuning in from Kenya.
Hello,
So
Martin.
amazing to see. And Nasreen is saying happy birthday to my dad. Gail, hello, Gail. She
Woo.
says she's stopping by to say hello. Love this power duo today. Yes.
Yeah. You know how
He,
I always introduce Gail, as I said, that there are some people who see the glass half full, some people who see the glass half empty, and then there's Gail who comes along and says, "Can I top that off for you?"
yes, Gail. Oh, honestly, Gail and I were introduced earlier this year. She became my client, my friend, my sister.
Mm.
I love her, honestly. And she's the one that introduced me to the Global Tea Break where I met
Yep.
you and Alan. So
Yep.
I'm always, always grateful to have her in my circle. And Maria says, 1,000 thanks. Martin is wishing my dad happy birthday. Thank you. Um, and Liz is pointing out her website, which is kindnessinspired.org. Go there and
There
get your
you go.
kindness gear at 25% off.
Kindness gear. I love that.
It's a great Christmas gift, as you pointed out, to give to somebody because what it says is, I am a proud kindness incorporator. So it means that that person that you're going to give it to incorporates kindness where it is lacking. So
Hmm.
important, right? Some amazing comments flying in. I'm sorry, guys, if I don't highlight your comment, but here Gail says she's in Windsor, Ontario, Canada, but also celebrating the global aspect. I can't English today. And happy birthday to Inga's dad. Celebration time. Oh my gosh, she wants me to play
Hmm.
music. No, this is not Gail's show. She sings, she dances, she lip syncs, and the guests that she brings on now, they have to do a promo video with her. And I said to her the other day, I'm so glad I've already been on your show, so I'm not going to do that.
Well, she can sing and I'll play, but I won't sing.
Actually, tell us a bit about your background. There's so many interesting things there. Can you tell us a little bit about what's happening there,
What do you
please?
sing? What do you sing on screen or my background?
I love the guitar. Is that the only guitar that you own?
No, it's not. I've got them all. I got even this one. This one's very
Wow.
handy. I've got oh gosh, I don't know how many I have, but I know that there's a number of 'em. And I also have some of my daughter's guitars because I've been teaching my daughter, and so I've got her
Oh,
guitar as well. And
nice.
I play bass, and so um
Yeah, I
yeah.
that's why I'm asking because I know most people that play guitar, they don't just have one. It's a passion,
That's
right?
right. Yeah.
Um, one of my brothers is very talented. The two of us went to guitar lessons when we were younger. I didn't really continue with it.
Yeah.
But he has a few guitars too.
Oh,
So
that's great. Yeah, I actually this particular one, this is a Steinberger guitar. So it looks like a canoe paddle, and it's this headless guitar.
yes.
And it fits in the overhead bin. It's only 30 inches end to end. And so it fits in the overhead bin really well. And when I used to travel a lot more um, with work, I would go to local blues jams because when you're
Wow.
traveling somewhere and you go to work and you get off, everyone there, by 6 o'clock, 5, 6 o'clock, all the people you're working with are gone. They go home. They got families. And so what would I do? I'd go back to the hotel and watch TV or something. I just couldn't stand that. And
Mm-hmm.
so especially when you're in the cities, there's almost always blues jams. And so, for instance, when I go to San Diego, I would be there for 5 nights and I could play four out of those. And
Wow.
being so in California, I go to, I remember one in just outside of Boulder, Colorado, that I would go to on a Thursday night. I had this meeting that I have to go to every month, and it was perfect. I would get
Wow.
done, and then I drive over to Lyons, Colorado, and play. And it's just that you would see the same people and kind of build some friendships and just be able to play music, and so much better
Nice.
than just sitting in the hotel and watching TV
Right?
or working. Even worse, right?
Wow. Right. Hello to Wilma. She's tuning in from the Philippines. So awesome to have you. Thank you, Wilma, for being here. I have to
Hey.
highlight this comment. Elizabeth says she just met your wife in the comments last week.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, she has just come on to LinkedIn, speaking about being a newbie, and she has just embraced it. And so she's been a part of the tea break, uh,
Yes.
and she will be back. So our next tea break is on the 17th, Friday the 17th. And so that's 7 a.m. Pacific, which is -8 GMT. So you can calculate off that globalteabreak.com. But she's been a part of that and has made great friendships. She is, and I'll let you guys all meet her sometime, Christine Smith.
Yes.
She is the aging enthusiast. So there you go.
Yes. She and I in the last tea break, she and I were in a breakout room together.
Oh, fabulous.
And yeah, we got to know each other a little bit and then we
Mhm.
connected on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And
And
the other
she
day I was yes.
So she was so excited to watch the 5 of you this week.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
so special. Thank
it
you,
was a
Christine.
blocked out she blocked out the time, and yeah, really, really
Wow.
enjoyed that. What a great inspirational time, by the way.
Thank you. And for those of you that don't know, I'm part of another show that is on
Another
a
live video show,
yeah,
just just
right?
just to keep it going.
Yes. So I'm on another live video show. It is called Live with Five, and we're going right now. Our sequence is every second Tuesday. So we skip a week, but so we were live this Tuesday that just passed, and the five are Elizabeth Ndungu, Usama, as well as Aya Fikri and Alex Chambers. And
Yay! Hey, Alex.
hi, Alex. Thank you for tuning in from Colorado. I know it's early, but I appreciate you for being here. Thank you so
Mhm.
much. And yes, that Live with Five is just us bringing all our superpowers together to be able to serve others. And Aya is the positivity queen, as you know.
Mhm.
Elizabeth is, yeah, she's telling us, yeah. So Elizabeth is the kindness queen. Usama is the king of being strong, and
Mhm.
Alex is the king of resilience. I am just here corralling everyone together with Ubuntu, but that is what we bring, and we are so, so excited to be able to just speak to everyone and share our insights and why and
Mhm.
how.
I think,
Right?
Alex has got a project coming up. Maybe he can make a comment in the quotes about maybe, gathering up a lot of these live shows
Yes,
and,
tell us, drop us your website link, Alex, because that is so important. It's a good thing to have a place where we can all go and see,
Mhm.
what's going on in the world of life. So
Yeah.
thank you everyone for being here. Let's go back to the topic, please.
And Elizabeth is very kind in
Elizabeth,
her
I
comment.
thank you, Liz. Thank you. I'll just she says you're so chilled and cool. Yes, you are. You are. When the five of us are live together, I'm like the calm one, and the rest of them have so much energy.
That is a
I need
lot of power in one place.
yes. Here we go. Alex says it is socialliveshows.com,
There we
and
go.
yeah, it's
No.
honestly it is amazing to be able to have all of those things in one place. So thank you, Alex, for all that you do. We appreciate you. So back to the topic. The topic is actually the power of networking, and
Yeah.
it's based off of my focus word, which is Ubuntu, and Ubuntu is an ancient African word, and it means humanity to others. It is often described as reminding us that I am who what I am because of who we all are. And so, networking is the action or process of interacting with others to exchange information and develop professional or social contacts. And that's what we are doing. That's what you're doing in the comments. That's what we do. And that's how Scott and I both, how we met one another is
Mhm.
through networking. So
Yeah.
networking is a very powerful tool. Let's dive in. I have my first question to you is,
Yeah.
since this is inspiration from Inga, what inspires you?
Yeah. It's I will just tell you that, uh, we were having this conversation. We're having a conversation, with Osama and Jay Floyd on the experience. And I
Yes.
asked, who is it that, influenced you, provided inspiration? And, there was a common thread, and one of them was our mothers. And so I will just go back and say my mother had no college education. Once she was done with high school, she
Mhm.
never had an opportunity, never took one college class, and yet she ended up being a great community leader. And when
Wow.
she passed away, they named a community garden for her. She had been involved with, food banks, with Cancer Society, with a women's shelter. She would, all 5'1" of her would go out
Mhm.
in the middle of the night and rescue women from abusive relationships and their
Wow.
children, putting herself at risk. And uh, and I mentioned that when I give talks, often I'll end with this slide that was really inspired by her life that says, "It's not about making money; it's about living a life that makes a difference."
Yes. I love that. That actually echoes one of my favorite quotes, which is highlighted here. It's by Kevin Cruz, and he says, "Life is about making an impact, not an income."
Mhm.
And
Exactly. Yeah.
I love, wow, that. What was that like? Growing up with a mom that did those things.
Yeah.
Whew,
Well, I will just say that part of it really led to what I do in networking, because I was fortunate enough to be able to attend a lot of events from an early age. So
yes,
the like Chamber of Commerce, and I remember they have what's called First Citizen and Junior First Citizen, Senior First Citizen. She won all of those, and
wow,
because of her contributions to the community. And
yes,
so as I attended these events, I attended lots of networking events, and that really led me to creating. And I'll just show you here. This is the handbook that goes with. So this is my program. That's the motivational
yes,
listener network system, right? Where
yes,
there's 4 phases, and you go through and you actually break your network down into um, the various components. So there's a very good science behind
mm,
how we actually network. It's not just, in fact, networking is not going to events. That's
yes,
one way we meet new people, but that's not what networking is. This is networking. Hanging out with Inga, making
yeah,
comments and talking with Aya, and
yes,
finding those opportunities. And I tell people, you already have a fabulous network filled with
yes,
remarkable people who want you to succeed.
yes,
And so, but they just need to know, what problem do you solve, and who are your customers?
yes,
And then if you're intentional about managing your network, and and just one more second here, you have two networks. You have your extended network. That's I think I'm up to like 2,800 connections on LinkedIn. I do not know 2,800 people, but
yeah,
following Dunbar's rule, we can manage about 150 relationships. And so if you look at your extended network of 2,800 people, you break it down into the people that you actually know and would do business with, it's going to come down to about 100 to 120 people.
mm,
And within that active network, this is what I call it, there's 5 distinct roles. You've got mentors and advisors, mentees, customers, advocates. Advocates are the people who actually give you business.
yeah,
And by the way, that's a very small number out of that 150. You might have 8 or 10 people only out of that
yeah,
120. And then the largest component of your network, the largest component is partners. And those are people who solve problems that you don't solve, but allow you to add value to your network.
wow,
And so, if we're intentional about, so when you come to a networking event, so if you go to the global tea break and you're thinking, I'm just going to go find customers, we know that
mm,
that's probably not the right way to go.
no,
And in fact, you should really be looking for partners
yeah,
more than customers or even advocates,
yes,
because people will ask you, "Oh, Inga, I know you had some work done on your house. My faucet's leaking. I need a plumber. Were you happy with your plumber?"
yeah,
And so you say, "Yeah, here's the plumber." And so you have added value to me by referring the plumber. The plumber will probably never say, "Oh, You need some business help? Let me refer you to Inga. Probably not. But
Yeah.
that's okay because that is not that person's role. That
No.
person's role is to add value to your network.
Love it. Thank you. Wow. So, can you please show us the books, the cover of your book, so that we know where, and let us know where to pick that up, please.
Yeah, this is just through the a coaching program with me. So
Okay.
if you work with me directly and you want to, so the four phases of this are defining the value ecosystem, analyzing your network structure, refining your presence, both in person and online. And I tell you, the best place to do that right today is with Inga. If you are new at
Thank
LinkedIn,
you.
then definitely work on your online presence and
Yeah.
then growing and nurturing your network. So that's this one here. But there is a book that's out on Amazon called Relationships Grow Your Business, and the whole structure is right in there. So it's 99 cents on Amazon.
What?
If you go to amazon.com and you just search for relationships colon grow your business, you'll find my book. And there's actually on the cover, the picture is from the city of Petra in Jordan. And so it's
Wow.
very famous, right? We know that building carved in. That was actually the treasury, right, for Petra. And so the subtitle is discovering the treasure in your network. And so I thought I couldn't have any other picture other than the treasury of Petra, right? And I'm a big history fan. I am a big history buff, and uh, ancient societies just fascinate me. So
So this is
relationships grow
the
your business.
is this the Kindle version of of the book,
Yeah,
right?
there's a Kindle version on it, 99 cents, download it. And the whole structure is in there. And there's links to online training that'll help you break down your network.
That's awesome.
So,
I'm gonna get it, but you don't have a physical copy yet, a
no,
printed copy
no,
yet.
no, just the ebook. Um, I know so many people have paper books. I've got lots of them on the shelves, but I do like my Kindle because if I'm traveling and I go, "Oh, Inga, let me just share this with you," I can go to my bookshelf right on my phone or on my tablet,
Yeah,
and so uh,
that's true.
it's the Kindle version.
And have you considered printing it, or are you going to at some point at all?
Maybe what I might do is do a compilation because actually the first book that I put out was called Motivational Listener: Be Interesting by Being Interested. It's a practical guide to be successful at business networking events. And
Okay.
so in there, there's 6 steps that you go through. So the first half of Motivational Listener is really the brain science about
Mm,
how we connect, and then the second half are
mm,
what do you actually do when you go to a networking event? How do you connect to people? I remember going to social media marketing world in San Diego,
yeah.
and there's 5,000 people there, and you walk in. Now what do you do? You know, I just paid a lot of money to travel and come to this big
Yes.
conference. So now
Awesome.
what do you do? So if you get that book, it'll give you the exact 6 steps that you need to do and how to connect to an individual person or how to get into a group of people, right? Because we walk in and you see these people talking and it's like, wow, they must all know each other,
No.
and then all those self-doubts, all the the imposter syndrome that we feel. And there's some great people right here in this chat. There are
Yes.
people who will help you overcome your
Yes. Yes.
imposter syndrome. So make sure that you connect with each other. And if you have any doubts,
Yeah.
all of the power to solve that problem is in this room today.
That's so true. It's so true. We all come, like I said, and I highlighted with regards to Aya, Elizabeth, Alex, Usama, and I. But it's not just us. Like we all have our superpowers, right? And that's what I love about diversity is we all bring this little um, and it's not little, but we all have our own power, and
Mhm.
it's a contribution that we bring to this pot, right? Like whether it's like you think about it as a pot of soup where you put in um your your potatoes, your carrots, your onions, your celery, and then you
Mhm.
have the spice and your water. Like all of those things are
Right.
necessary in order to make a beautiful pot of soup, right?
Yeah, because
But
water
if
water soup isn't that great.
yes, right, right. Like, so if it was all just potato or all
Mhm.
just carrots, like the soup would be pretty bland. But we need all these ingredients. We need all of our superpowers in order to make something great.
Mhm.
And that's one of the things that I'd love to speak about. It's the power of just connecting with others, connecting and contributing to something greater than just the two of you or the
Yeah.
three of you or the four of you. Just,
Yep.
you know,
I love Martin's comment here. He's also a history buff. He says, learning all the mistakes humanity shouldn't keep making, but dot, dot, dot.
yeah,
It's, I have another
yes,
book out there called Threnody, which is basically what I did is there was a 19th century poet, a guy named Josiah Gilbert Holland,
mhm,
and I just really liked his poems. But the subtitle, it's Threnody, 19th century
mhm.
sensibility proves that people have not changed. So
Wow,
there's a lot of technology around us that has changed, but people are the same. And and what matters, because in the 19th century, death was at everybody's elbow. I mean, they were just like, "Oh, where's
mhm,
John? Oh yeah, he died. Oh, okay." I mean, it's just people were just all the time, and nobody
yes,
was unaffected by it. And um, and so what really mattered was, and you see this through these poems, is the relationships,
yes,
family, honor, duty,
yes,
respect. These are the things that matter, and that has not changed. That
no,
hasn't changed with all the technology that we have.
yeah, exactly. I want to actually just go back to what Martin said
Hmm.
again and highlight that because it was something so interesting. And I thought, I need to tell a story. Actually, he says, history buff here too, learning all the mistakes humanity shouldn't keep making, but.
Mm.
So, many people don't actually know this. I used to be a lecturer at a college.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
yeah, when I was in South Africa. And something that's very interesting, especially about Africa, is it is steeped in tradition.
Mm.
People do a lot of things just because it's part of tradition, part of their culture, part of their heritage. And I was having a conversation with my students one day, and I asked them, like, they were talking about traditions and, things that they do as a result of just it being passed along from generation to generation. And I remember asking, but so why do you do that? And they said, "Oh, it's tradition. It's tradition." And then I actually made up a story and I said it to them. I said, um, let me tell you a story. And I said, there was once a little girl, a young girl. She was probably like in a young teens, like 13, 14, and she was learning to cook from her mom. And her mom was teaching her how to make a chicken.
Hmm.
And as they were prepping the chicken, her mom cut part of the chicken off. And the girl said, "Mom, why did you do that?" And the mother said, um, "Well, that's the way that my mother taught me." And then the girl went. So the next time she saw her grandmother, she said to her grandmother, "Grandma, I was doing this with mom, and she cut off part of the chicken. Why did you teach her that way?" And the grandma said, "Well, it's because that's the way that my mother taught me." And the little girl was very privileged. Her great grandmother was still around.
Mm.
The next time she saw her, she asked her, Great Grandma, why is it that this part of the chicken gets cut off during prep time? And a great grandmother said, well, in those days when I was learning to cook, our ovens were not big enough. So I basically what I was trying to teach my students was you don't always have to accept something just
Mhm.
because that is the way it's always been done.
Right. Yeah.
And I am a I love to swim against the tide. Although like I'm the eldest daughter, I've that's just it's part of who I am. But
Mhm.
I was always growing up, I was very I love to honor my parents and obey them. But there are certain things that you do have to think for yourself, right? Like in my culture, it's very important. On a Sunday, you have a Sunday lunch,
Mm.
like a big lunch where you have roast chicken, vegetables, the works, right? And some people
I tell
have,
you, all this soup and chicken,
yes,
I'm ready
yes,
to eat.
right? But I'm going to tell you a secret. I live in Canada and I don't do it. I don't. And my husband always he teases me about it, and
Mm.
sometimes he does request his Sunday lunch. But um I when I was like I think I must have been 15 or 16, I used to see how my mom would prepare every single Sunday like she has Sunday lunch. I remember thinking to myself, man, I'm not doing this. Because like I see all the prep that goes into it, and then
Mhm.
it's like we sit down and eat within 15 minutes, we're done eating. And I said, but this doesn't make any sense to me. So my family doesn't know Sunday lunch like as a tradition on a Sunday.
Mhm. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
why? Um, I see. Yeah, my husband, my husband is not original. Well, he's originally he was born here, but his family is from South Africa. So he always says like, yeah, it's not fair. Why do we do it this way? But this is we have to think for ourselves. We
Mhm.
can't always just absorb and take in what was always done just because, right?
Yeah.
So
Sometimes we do
anyway,
it because the oven was too small, and
yes,
it's not anymore. And so
yes,
we don't need
exactly.
to, right? We
No,
can
we don't
change.
need to. We don't need to. Anyway, so
That's
um
beautiful.
thank you. I was going to ask you what's your take on networking, but you already answered that question in
Yeah,
what you
it's
said.
it's, it really is for those of us that do consulting or coaching, right?
Hmm.
We don't need hundreds of customers. We can't handle dozens of customers, right?
Nice.
We only need a handful. And when I talk about networking, when I teach networking,
Yes.
I I tell you, I guarantee you that this network, we told you already have a remarkable network, right? Fabulous network. There is more business in that network than you can handle,
Mm,
right? I mean, there's more to do. And you don't
yes.
need to go to networking events right now. You just,
No.
just but and I'm not saying don't, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying that tap into what you have. That's why I put relationships grow your business. That's why I published that, because I want to give people this structure to be able to work with, and motivational listeners, so that people can learn what to do at networking events. So
Mm-hmm.
between the two, what you're trying to build, and you can be intentional about it.
Yeah.
And so it's it 100% of my business is from referrals from my network, and I get more referrals than I can handle. And
Wow.
so uh and it's because I've been intentional about it. Not there's nothing particularly special about me or the people I'm connected to. It's just that I'm intentional about saying, this is what I do. And I mentioned when we were in the green room before we started that
Yeah.
we're running a online uh, um,
Uh-huh.
event, for the
Mhm.
university. So it's a 5-day conference,
Okay.
and so it's a virtual conference. We're doing the whole thing for them, and it was all through referrals. And
Well,
also being entrepreneurs, we get to take advantage of opportunities. And
yes,
so the world changed in March of 2020,
yes, it
when we
did.
all went into the lockdown. And before the end of March was out, we had already started the process, through my network, of building these online events. And by April, we had our first client, which was a
Wow.
large nonprofit out of New York City, out of Manhattan.
Wow.
And it was all through networking. And I guarantee that everybody who is live and sees this in replay has a network with more business than they can handle.
That's so true. And we don't, if you foster relationships, you will reap the benefits. You know, I was actually speaking to somebody this morning before I came here, and he was he's an artist, and he wanted some, he wanted me to guide him. It's my husband's friend. He wanted me to guide him with regards to how to use LinkedIn, and I told him about a concept that I learned about through Gail, which is called pitch slapping. So what it is a lot of the time somebody will request to connect with you. You'll go to their profile, check them out, and then you think, oh, this is a good connection to have. Then you connect with them and they slap you with a
Mm,
pitch in the
yeah.
DMs as soon as you're connected. Um, so I hate that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Right. I mean,
I
and this is why people hate going to networking events, right?
yes,
And it's
yeah,
not just because you're an introvert, or it's because we think, great, it's going to be 90 minutes of cheap hors d'oeuvres and hard sales pitches.
yes. But that's not the way that you should do
No.
networking. Networking is, I want to highlight one of my quotes actually because it's so important. The currency of real networking is not greed but generosity,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
And this goes with, when we're talking about that imposter syndrome and
mm,
confidence, talking about confidence, right?
yes.
And there's a fine line, but it's very distinct, between confidence and arrogance. Now,
Yeah.
both people can be fully competent, right? Able to provide results, but
Hmm.
arrogant people take, and confident people give.
Give.
And here's
Yes.
the other thing about confidence, and this is just goes with the networking, is that research says that attractive people are more successful. I thought, rats, okay, but it turns out that confident people are more
Yeah.
attractive.
Attractive.
So
Yes.
if A equals B and B equals C, going back to our high school math, uh, that
Mm.
confident people are more successful.
Wow. Let me say something else actually. There's one of my connections, her name is Tisha Hammond, and she speaks about this. She says kindness is attractive.
Hmm.
So if you're kind,
There you go.
you'll be more successful, right? So,
Speaking of kind, I see Tim Sohn.
wow.
Good to see
Hello,
Tim. Good
hello.
morning, Tim.
Good
And
morning.
I saw a great message from Martin in there as well about being friends. I look forward to developing a friendship with
Yes,
Martin.
Martin is definitely a value added connection. So
Nice.
yes, connect with him. Oh my gosh, I see there's a lot of comments that I've missed, but I want to stay on track a little bit more longer. Please bear with me. Um, one of the things that I love to highlight, it's an African proverb, and it says, if you
Mhm.
want to go fast, go alone, and if you want to go far, go with others. And that's the only way to really succeed is through collaborating with others, right? Um, so, Scott, do you have any final thoughts for our viewers?
So I'm in a mastermind called Iron Sharpens Iron, and it's led by a man named Aaron Walker. And he wrote a book called The View from the Top. In his
Mm,
book, he talks about his business and that he worked hard to be successful in his business because he thought it was the right thing to do, right? This is how I take care of my family. And he
yeah,
says he came home with a pocket full of money to
yeah,
a house full of strangers.
yeah.
A house full, a
Wow.
pocket full of money to a house full of strangers. And so, as we are building our lives and moving forward, I definitely encourage people to think about what's important. And just as Inga, as you had talked about earlier, look at those traditions and what is it? Why do we do these things? What is it that's really important? And one of the things that I mentioned, so I'm in a mastermind, and Russ Hedge and I are also running a mastermind. And
Wow.
so, for people who are interested in
Yeah.
getting involved with live video, because right now I can't think of anything that's better if you serve individuals, if you're a
Yes.
coach, a consultant, where you have a limited number of a limited capacity, right? You have so much time that you can give to your business. I can't think of anything better than live video right now. Just like in Inga, you have led the way. You have proven that even though if you hate it, it's
Yeah.
great. I just look at the people that have that you have attracted into this event. Uh,
Oh,
it's remarkable, and so Russ and I are doing that. So if you're interested, if anyone is interested in the replay or in live, reach out and join Russ and I in our mastermind
yeah.
for
That
learning how to use live video.
that I'm sure will add so much value to people's lives. Honestly, um, I still hate live video. I know that's crazy. It's crazy to
Hey,
think,
uh, uh,
but
but you do great at it, and I want to a little bit different, but I do want to throw one more thing out,
yes,
one more promotional item, shameless promotion,
right.
and that is I do have this is the 2021 planner, but my independent planner for 2022 is out. So if you go to independent-planner.com, you can see all about it. But uh, so what happened was Google Calendar let me down a couple times, and phone rings. Inga says, "Scott, I thought we were having coffee. Where are you?" I said, "I can't afford that." So I went back to a paper planner, but this one was, I'll say, it is designed by an entrepreneur for entrepreneurs. That is, I designed it for me, and it turns out it works for other people. So they are handmade by Trevor Lorking in
Wow.
England, and
Wow.
so it's a limited run, but the 2022 planners are out there and available right now at independent-planner.com. That's exactly what it is. Thank you so much.
No,
uh,
you're welcome.
and so
Let's do another shameless plug regarding Amazon Live, please.
yeah, Amazon Live, and thank you to our friend Jim Fuse, who got me turned on to Amazon. I have been doing a lot of Amazon videos, and so I'm going to throw two things out there. One of them is that so I sell this as a service, right? So people can
Hmm.
pay to do that. But if you use um, author
Discount.
2021, you can get a significant discount on that.
Yes.
But also for my friends, for people like Inger or Martin or Russ,
Mhm.
I will do Amazon Live for free.
Wow.
I don't
Thank
I don't really wanna my goal is not to sell to people in my network, like in the global tea break or, here
mm,
on your show. But you all know folks, you know authors or publishers, that we can help out, and they can take advantage of that discount.
that's
Um,
awesome.
so
Thank you.
from 250 to 50, that's a crazy deal.
Yes, that is a crazy deal, and Al will definitely reach out to you once I get published, which is one of my goals. Soon, soon to happen. And I'm trusting God for that. But
Oh, absolutely.
if you'd
Yeah,
like to get to know
there's a link.
Scott,
Yeah, and I have I'm in a beta program, right? I'm running a beta program right now with some folks on.
mhm,
So there's a publication that's going to come out probably the first quarter 2022 called yeah, it's Influence, the creation of credibility, and it is what I call the PIP method: publish, instruct, promote. And
wow,
so in 12 weeks, I'm taking people through a project where they will publish on Amazon, create a video course, uh, and then promote it live on Amazon with me and create their
wow,
own webinar. And so that's a 12-week
wow.
program. We're just coming through the final third part of that for people in my beta group, but that's a new project that's available. So for people that want to publish, reach out and let's go through this program. 12 weeks.
Yes. If you'd like to connect to Scott, you can do so through LinkedIn.
Yes, yes, thank you.
His the link is scrolling at the bottom, and then also his website. Thank you, Scott. This wow, so
What
much
a great
value
time.
added. Thank
This
you.
has been fun. This has been really
It
fun.
has. It
Just
has.
hanging out.
Yes, just hanging out. Let's look at. Oh my word. Um,
So let's get my wife and your husband and you and me sometime. We got to
yes,
get together and we got to make some soup. I think we just have fun cooking our own soup. Speaking of that,
yes, yes, please.
and we won't have a big
Martin.
Sunday dinner, but we got to do that.
Yes, please. My yeah, I'm sure my parents are hiding in shame because I don't do Sunday lunch. But Martin says he would love that planner for Christmas.
Oh, nice, nice.
Kindly put that get to know Scott link in the yes, I will.
And
I will absolutely.
oh, thank
Um,
you.
Russ says awesome planner.
He was my first customer. He bought one for his daughter. So
Awesome.
yeah,
Awesome. Let me just get this quickly. Just wanna copy this and put it in the comments so people can get to know Scott. Oh,
yeah,
this is
and then you
probably
get to
only
know there's lots of things. There's the Amazon, there's the global tea break,
yeah.
there's the experience live with Russ and Scott. We are coming up to our 1 year anniversary. We're going to have a fun show again coming up in January because we started the first part of January. Speaking of live video, Inga, the very first episode of the experience live with Russ and Scott, I
Mhm.
woke up on that January morning, and the power was out to our whole neighborhood, and our show was going to go on. And so I had to, and have very poor cell coverage where I'm at.
Oh my
So
gosh.
I had to get in the car and drive to a place where I could get a cell connection. And my studio lighting was the dome light in my car as Russ and I did our first episode of the experience. So there you go.
I love that, that you even through that you powered through just because you were there to serve others, right?
Yep.
It's about what we can do for others as opposed to what we're, for ourselves, right?
Yep.
So thank
So
you,
I didn't have
thank
a beautiful background like you've got, like that
well,
painting.
it's fine.
I love your painting, by the way.
Thank
It's
you.
always
It's
stunning.
my husband is the artist. So yeah. I sometimes I think I should switch it up because I have quite a few canvases at home, but I love this one. I don't know why. I think it's
Mhm,
just the diverse colors that I love so much. But
mhm.
thank you so much for being my guest. Please, anybody that would love to join us, please do so at theglobalteabreak.com. You
Yep.
can go there and sign up um, and join us for next week on December 17th at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's when we go and have a great networking session. And it's going to be like a Christmas party. So I'm
It is
excited
a
to,
Christmas party, so you see,
yeah.
we've got my wife put Santa
Oh,
hats
there's your Santa hat.
on the monitor, and there's a little Christmas coffee shop right there.
I love
Yeah,
that.
so we're gonna have a fun we're gonna have a good Christmas celebration, with the tea break.
I need to get myself some, I don't know, reindeer ears or a Christmas hat or something.
There we go. Yeah,
So if
exactly.
you'd like to see me in reindeer ears, please come to the Christmas party.
Show up, and the Global Tea Break is always free. It's just,
Yes,
connecting with some of the most remarkable people in the world, and,
yes,
we have a lot of fun in
absolutely.
the Christmas time. I'm looking forward to this.
Yes, because it's the most wonderful time of the year, right?
I have heard that,
I-
yes.
But thank you very much, Scott, for being here. I appreciate you.
You're so
I
kind.
will, no, it's honestly, it's my pleasure to have you here and highlight you. And we'll put all the clickable links in the comments later on so people can see it and we'll go from there. But
Yeah.
thank you. I'll send you back to the green room and
Alright. We'll
please,
see you all
please
soon. Thank you so
enjoy your
much.
enjoy the
1,000
refreshments I put out
thanks.
there for you. Yes. 1,000 thanks everyone for being here. I'll just wrap up the show and I'll be with you shortly. Thank you, Scott. And thank you to all of you who are here live. I know it is December 10th, and my birthday was September 30th, where I celebrated my 40th birthday. If you don't know, I have asked my network, I'm still celebrating, by the way. I've asked my network to help me celebrate by jumping on board with 40 for Inga. And what that is I'm asking for all of you, so all of you to please help me celebrate by either donating 40 minutes of your time to do something good for somebody else or $40 towards an event that I will be putting on with my H2HB family in Cape Town, South Africa. At this point, we're not certain about travel to South Africa, but it will definitely be still an ongoing thing. Even if I cannot be there in person, I will attend virtually. But basically, the event is to address period poverty for women and girls in impoverished areas. And we would like to give them access to some feminine hygiene products because a lot of women and girls all over the world, actually, um, a lot of them have to make a decision to either provide a meal for their family or provide feminine hygiene products for their daughter. And of course, we all have to eat. So people make the decision to not provide those feminine hygiene products. And as a result, many girls and women actually miss out on school. So we would like to help them to combat that problem. And if you would like to make a donation towards this event, please do so by visiting h2hb.com and clicking the donation link at the top right hand corner. If at the end of the challenge, I will select 40 people who will receive a special gift no matter where you are in the world. So please reach out to me, let me know if you'd like to participate, and let me know if you have participated, and if you want to do a post about it, you may use this hashtag 40 for Inga. Once again, I'm Inga, the host of Inspiration from Inga. And thank you, thank you, thank you for being here today. And if you'd like to connect with me, please do so on Instagram as at We Got This Admin. I'm on LinkedIn as Inga Van Roy, Twitter and Clubhouse as Ingy V, and YouTube. I have a YouTube channel called Inspiration from Inga, and also a podcast wherever you get your podcast. Please listen to mine at Inspiration from Inga. I will love you and leave you. Have a blessed weekend. And I'll see you back here next week, Friday, where I will be flying solo because I have my global tea break to go to and I cannot have a guest. But thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all. And I will bow out with my intro video just in case you missed it. Have a wonderful week and take care. Bye bye. I hate videos. Now, you may be wondering, if I hate videos, what the heck am I doing here?